Arman Tsarukyan reacts to his loss against Islam Makhachev. My hardest fight in the UFC was the second one versus Olivier Aubin-Mercier. I lost to Islam and flew over to Canada with no coaches. I felt nervous as I thought that if I would lost, they would have removed me from the UFC. 0-2 in the UFC and my career is over, so I was scared of embarrassing myself. I won the first round. The second round was close, and it was in Canada. So I'm sitting in my corner and saying to myself, if I lose the third one, it's over for me. I managed to win the fight, although the UFC didn't like the way I got the win. Khamzat Chimaev tweeted a request for 10 rounds against Robert Whittaker, but later deleted the tweet. 10 rounds. Let's go. First time ever. Let's do it. UFC. Dana White. Charles Oliveira coach says, Conor McGregor vs. Charles Oliveira next over the title. If we had the opportunity to fight McGregor at welterweight after this fight, we would fight McGregor. And guys, please don't forget to subscribe my channel for more updates. Paulo Costa had this to say about Khamzat Chimaev a few weeks back. I don't think many people take him seriously anymore. He didn't beat anybody in the middleweight division. How can you take this guy seriously? He barely beat Usman on 10 days' notice. Peter Yan throws down the gauntlet to Chito Vera. Do I want to fight Marlon Vera? Yes, I will be ready by November. Of course, I will do it. I will take him to a mixed martial arts school. Max Holloway isn't putting limits on himself. I'm sick and tired of everybody telling me what I gotta think. How I do. Putting a limit on me just because you put a limit on yourself. Don't put a limit on others. Your guy's limit is the sky. I'm reaching for the stars. I'm reaching for other universes. We're not the same. Aljamain Sterling shares his game plan for UFC 300. A lot of people are saying that if O'Malley was able to put me out, what is a bigger guy gonna do that hits harder? I always say, you can't hit what you can't touch. And I think that's gonna be the name of the game. Gonna try to make it look as close to the Max Holloway fight as possible. Robert Whittaker says he don't want a 5 rounds fight against Khamzat Chimaev.
I don't want to say it, but I think the most likely outcome is just a 5-round war. Yeah. I don't want a 5-round war, dude. Yeah. I'd love to get in there and just put him away in the first minute, but he's a tough dude, and I think this is going to be a tough fight. So, yeah.
Joe Rogan excuses Sage Steele for her viral interview mix-up with UFC CEO Dana White. I think she just made a mental flub. When you're doing a podcast and you're interviewing someone, especially if you haven't done a lot of them, and it's high-profile thing, and you're doing Dana White, you're always thinking of what to say. She handled it the right way, too. She kept it in there. She didn't edit it out. It's funny. It's just a flub. I do it all the time. It happens. Bo Nickal envisions a title fight with Khamzat Chimaev at Las Vegas Raiders Stadium in their future. I would see him, Khamzat being the champ. Ideally, we're both undefeated. It's for the belt. We do it at the Allegiant Stadium. Darren Till is ready to turn a new leaf, but not for Bilal Muhammad. I have decided to turn a new leaf. Lately I have been being a negative guy and throwing lots of hate out there, and to be honest, I don't like the guy I've become. So from this day forth, I want to spread nothing but good vibes to you all. Hope you all have a great weekend. And then Bilal Muhammad commented down below and says, "Thanks man." And Darren gives his response back to him and says, This wasn't for you. We all hate you here. Get back under that rock you came from. Conor McGregor has no plans on retire anytime soon. I don't really feel like I could ever call it a day to it until I'm laid out flat, and that's it, in a box, and going down into the ground. That's when I will call it a day. Colby Covington says Sean Strickland is under investigation for allegedly pistol whipping a man in Vegas. Strickland was a washout in my division. He couldn't handle it. He got beat up, knocked out. That guy's gonna end up literally killing someone someday. He's under investigation right now in Vegas. He's gonna be going to court. Robert Whittaker appreciates Khamzat Chimaev comments, saying Robert Whittaker is a good guy.
Remember in one of the press conferences, he said you're one of the good guys and he's got a ton of respect for you. Because you're one of the guys that Khamzat actually didn't really want to fight.
But unfortunately, in such a small group of guys, you're going to cross paths, you know. And all I can say is, like, we're going to get in there and we're going to have an honorable fight. We're going to test our mettle on each other and we're both going to come out of this better for it.
Thank you guys for watching video. If you enjoyed the video, consider to subscribe my channel for more updates.